All right. All of our pieces together. That's the first step. Glue here. Elbow, T-fitting, T-fitting. Pieces. And we need something to cut with. Stay hydrated again, drink lots of water. Barbs that I have. And we need the multi-tool. Alright guys, so this is how we set up thread, our airline fittings. So got my PVC deburrer, we got the multi-tool to cut the PVC pipe, and that's kind of where we're going to get started at. So we got our PVC, and this is the one-step glue here. Glue PVC cement. It's cold or dry, wet or hot, and it's a one-step, no primer. So let's see here. We got two. Here's our pieces right here. Back here. So we're going to start at the top, and we're already ready here. All we got to do is glue this together. So let's start putting some glue together here. Should have grabbed a paper towel because this shit can get pretty messy. And first steps first. Let's get our elbow on here. All the way like that. Go. And there comes that first drip that I was telling you guys I knew I was going to freaking get. I caught it. So let me go get a piece of paper towel before this gets out of hand. I got one piece on, and my next piece will be the bottom. Like I said, our next piece will be the bottom. There's that. I'll push this flush up against there like so. Of course, I grabbed the wrong T. So. Next one. Trying my damnedest not to make a mess with this stuff, you guys. Doesn't happen though. With the glues and stuff, I'd rather have too much than too little. So there's that. Like that. Okay. And then next one, this elbow here. This one, and of course I got something way down here. Let me fix that. Nice coating all the way around. this is where our T is going to go in that's threaded. This threaded T allows us to put our barb in it. So we're going to run that on here like this. And before we do so, we're going to put it on, and then we're going to cut. It's all the way in. Paper towel, clean up a little bit. So. And then, let's see here. How big of a piece do we need? Say. That's about right. Fancy little tool here. Give us a nice clean up. Piece. Test it out, make sure. Looks like it's gonna work. Put a little bit of our cement on here. Squash it on there and try to make sure it's as straight as possible. Like so. That'll do. And wipe off our excess. Alright. Now that we have that in place, we can measure for our piece up here. So let's do that. First things first, let's clean this up. Let's add a little bit of glue on. Well, I guess I can cut the piece first. So let's get it in there. And right there. Chew mark on it. Back out of here. Find our chew mark right here. Cut we got on here. A little better. Perfect. Clean this up. Perfect. One side first. This should be the same on the other side, so actually should probably cut. We'll just go one piece at a time with it. I don't want to get carried away. I was gonna say we probably could cut the other side's pieces to match these, but I just feel getting carried away with it is going to cause problems that we don't need, so just glue it and stick it in there first. There's that one. We'll be able to flex this and get this in there for sure. We'll be able to slide it out. The other side's going to be a little more difficult to do, because we're not going to be able to get the flex point on it. So we'll probably assemble it, dry, glue it all together, and then put all three pieces on for the other side. Which I probably could have did on this side, but this is about to be fun trying to get this in there. I didn't think about it. Too late to go back now. And we're almost done over here, so. Nice. Alright, let's cut our other piece now. Should clean this up, I guess. Just a little crooked. Ow. Actually, bit me. Much room over here, you guys. Good enough for me. Blow out any little pieces in here, that way there are no issues. Let's dry test fit it. The same thing, we'll slide this whole unit out so we have a little bit of flex point to be able to get it up in there. A little long, so I need to cut it down just a little bit more. Just a little long. That works. Yep. That'll work. So make sure I get the piece in all the way when I do it. Here we go. Tragic part. Gluing it up. Get it all the way in there, guys. So far, so good. We're almost to running some air to it. I know. Push it in, make sure it's all the way. For me. I know it's sealed up, so all that matters to me is it's sealed up. No air leaks. Alright, so we have this side complete. Now we can move on to the other side, and I mean that's pretty much how you plumb the setup. So I'm doing a continuous loop, dual ends. So I'm gonna have an airline in here and an airline input over there on that side. What the fuck did I do there? I'm messing myself up, you guys. I'm messing my ass up. I'm glad I bought more pipe than what I thought I might need, that's for damn sure. Alright, let's move our operation over to the other side. We got more cuts to do on that side. I do want to buy different barbs. I think I kind of fucked up and I bought the straight barbs. I wasn't thinking clearly because I am going to put the air pump on the top of the wall on this setup. Kind of do want to vacuum over there. What's up, Hudson? How you guys doing? So we got our airline set up over there. So now let's get you guys some fishy view for a minute here. Let me vacuum for a moment. Let's get you guys a nice view of the aquarium here and the fishies. Vacuum and prep up for the next side. Just trying to keep the mess a minimum, like I was saying, you guys. on this side. Light over here so you guys can see better. Aquarium light. It's actually working really good. There we go. How's that? Perfect. You guys can see well. Alright, so make sure it's pulled tight. That. This part's pretty crucial because we got to make sure that everything's straight, because there is no more turning the PVC pipe, and if we cut and mess up, that's a wrap basically. So we got to be very careful with this side. One wrong move and we're done. And to make it this far and mess up potentially, whew, I was able to reuse a piece of wood for the top. So I have a piece of wood up top to set the air pump on when we get things set up. The old tank wall, so that was pretty cool that I was able to reuse a piece of wood for our topper cap. So we actually have some storage up there, which is nice. I'll probably put fish food and stuff like that up there just to get it out of the way. One step closer. Alright, so let's measure our depth with something. So we can cut our nubs. So we gotta cut our nubs off of here so we can pop our pieces on. And we just gotta make sure everything's as straight as possible vertically. These pieces are useless at this point. Just keep them for future projects. Let's get our pieces laid out, our tools over here. Cement, pipe, drill. We need our 2 T's and our 2 elbows. So this. If you guys haven't already, like and subscribe. We are doing a airline drop setup with PVC, which I feel is the most professional way to do this. Alright. Let's see. I need a pencil to mark cutting at. We got our cut spots. Let's do some cutting. That's a good sign, they're exact size. next step after we get this side assembled is going to be to run all the lines for the air pump. Pants up. All these pieces should be the same length, and I think we can get away with using these pieces for the rest of it. Let's see. Well, one's a little shorter, which means that the nub's just a little longer, but that's okay. Alright. Let's clean those up. Got a little tool here. I don't think we're going to be able to get it in there. Alright, so... Oh boy. Let's see, the easiest way to clean that up then. I guess we can slide the wall over, slide these out. I guess would be the easiest way to do this then. And push everything back through once we clean it up. So we want clean connections for sure. There we go. Let's use our brain here, guys, right? You have a brain. Sometimes. Not all the time. Not always. I can figure to use it. We're going to use it. One. Two. Pieces up. We don't end up with it in our system. There we go. Like I said, now we're on to the crucial part, which is putting these elbows on, and if we fuck this up, we're screwed. So these have to be as straight as possible. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful morning so far. Oh yeah, I forgot. We were gonna dry fit this, weren't we, first? That way everything goes smooth. That's right. So We should definitely do that. Where's that last elbow at? There it is. Alright. Now let's cut our pieces. Part of me wants to do it that way, but I think we're going to try a different, little bit of an approach here. So let's start with this elbow down here. Let's put this on here. Have to bring my paper towel over here, of course. A little bit more difficult of an approach to do it this way, but I think I can get it done. Well, I mean, alright. Wish me luck on this one, guys. It's like the hardest part of plumbing is trying to get pieces in that are like exact fit here. That one in. That actually wasn't too bad. Now we're straight at that point, so that works good. And let's get our little piece cut for this guy. Put cement here. This is for our second input on the airline. Sometimes this stuff works like lube, and sometimes it just does not. Alright, now let's get our buzz out. And I'm going to go right about here. Up. Glue on. So close, guys. We got one more piece to put in. Almost there. That's sealed up good. As straight as we're going to get on it. Just got our paper towel. Get into aquariums, guys. It's fun. Nobody talks about this stuff when you're getting stuff set up. This is the part that nobody talks about. Yep, when everything's said and done, it's fun, but initial setup on some things can be quite the challenge. As seen here. Whew. Hello, Andra. How you doing today? All right. See here, we got one more connection to make, and then we can pop this whole thing off and glue all of them on at once, one at a time. I don't know what the best way to go. I'm not a plumber, guys. I know how to use all this stuff. I know how to cut good clean pieces, but don't get me wrong, I'm not a plumber. I'm actually quite proud of this. This is turned out good. And I do like that we have a input from both sides for the airline. So I'm going to get the 90 that goes up eventually. I'll probably get that tomorrow on my way to work, but I'm going to get the 90 that goes up, and it'll shoot the airline directly up, which will give us a cleaner style. I got the one that comes straight out right now. Durr, stupid me. Idiot. So, here's what it is. So we'll start with our clean side first. Pop this off here. Put some glue on here. This is our last piece that we have to cut. And then our next step is going to be to tap all of the airline pieces in, the airline drop pieces, and I will show you guys a link, and I'll put a link in the description of the video for Amazon where I got them from, so you guys know what it is. we go. That I'm using. Put this back on here. That. Let's get our measurement. Crust these off as we can. We have it. All right. Momento of truth. Try to work kind of quick on this. All right. It's not gonna happen, guys. Shit. There we go. Okay, that works. Whew. This glue is gonna bond and dry on me. That close. That's for damn sure. In theory, we should have a nice airtight seal on our PVC. Alright, so now it's going to be the fun part. Should I pop these off one at a time? Put the glue on and pop them back on? I guess we can do like this. Move it aside like that. Let it catch up and dry. I could have been cocky and probably drilled a bigger hole inside these and made it to where it's sit flush against the wall, but it's alright. I like that. I like that a lot. Do have a little bit of play in this one, but that's alright. Alright, let's do our next one here. Work our way along, and I might be able to do both of these at the same time here for these two. think we're just going to do the middle and then the top. Handle if you leave it on there. Looks like I can put it on. Let's make sure. In there. Some of this off the wood, I guess. Go. And that leaves us with our last one up top. I feel like I'm doing a good job. What do you guys think? Like I said, by far, I'm no freaking professional when it comes to plumbing. Even though I have plumbed like everything in my whole entire place. I mean, I guess that makes me experienced, but not professional. So we can say that I'm experienced, just not professional. There it is. It should be a completely sealed up, airtight unit. No leaks. And that is how I plumbed the other wall in the other tank room. So I get a lot of people asking, you know, how did I do that? Was it hard? Etc., etc. And I mean, that's basically it. That's exactly what I did to the T. Except for the other room, I didn't do a dual input continuous circuit on it. So there's the PVC on that one. And then for the airdrops, I mean not the airdrops, but to hook up, we have two 10-foot of these, which I'm hoping that we only need 5 feet because I'd like to take one back to the store, but these were $5 and they're 3/8 by 1/2 inch outer diameter. And so that's what we have here. And it can handle 45 psi at 70 degrees, and we're not going to be pressurizing it, so that should work just fine. And then these are this is the barb that I got, but like I was saying, I want the one that's like an L. So we're gonna end up taking these back and getting the other ones, but for now we're gonna get it all hooked up and ready. And then this is for the pump will go into this, and then it'll split. One will go to the left side of the wall, one will go to the right side of the wall. Thanks for the likes, guys. A lot of my people don't like construction stuff. They like to just watch the fish, but that's alright. I'm not mad at y'all. And we do have these two to take back. Menards. We ended up using those. And we have one full long piece of PVC pipe to take back as well. So that's going to be a nice return. Gonna buy us our pieces because the long piece of PVC pipe was, I have to find, I'm gonna get store credit anyways, but I have to find the other receipt. It's around somewhere. That's alright. We'll find it. Let's get a drink of water. All that stuff's cured. Clean up our mess. So we were able to complete that whole setup there with 3 pieces of PVC. Plus all of our fittings, of course, but we were able to cut the ends off that stuck out. They were 10-foot pieces, and that's a good feeling. Like I said, I bought four pieces of PVC pipe, so we're going to be able to take the one back, and I have a board to take back that was cracked. So between the piece of lumber and PVC pieces, we're going to get some of our money back. And I mean, this whole project for the wall hasn't been that bad. I will go through when it's finalized and give a summary of how much we have into this wall, of course, plus the shit ton of hours that we have into it. But we'll go through and give a breakdown, and honestly, it's not too bad. I think we have like $60 in lumber and around $30 in PVC accessories. So we're under $100 to have this wall constructed so far. And then the barbs for the airline drops were $16.99, so that puts us at around, I'm feeling we have around, we'll say $120 into the construction of this wall. Then the tanks were half off, so we got the tanks for, let's see here, 140, 140, $280. So with all the tanks, around $400. That's not bad. They have a complete tank wall. That's 150 gallons of water for $400. Get the vacuum out one more time. Sorry guys, I'm trying not to, especially the PVC stuff, like sawdust and stuff like that. It's one thing to kind of have trapped around your house, but plastic pieces, I'm good. So, now on to our next journey. Push this back. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Quite the magnificent impressment. Alright. Get this piece of PVC with the return stuff over here. Returns. Go up the truck tomorrow. And let's get our lighting a little better situated. And here's some plastic that's hiding right here. Sorry guys. Alright. Now our next step, let's get some lighting going. We're going to drill the holes in the PVC for our airdrops. And that's going to be using a 3/16 drill bit. And for where the 20-gallon tanks are at, which are up here, we're going to put one here and one there, just like in the other room. So we're going to have two airline drops per 20-gallon tank. And we're going to start at the top and work our way down. So like I said, it's a 3/16 drill bit. Got both of our drills here. One drill is going to be for the fittings, and the other is going to be for to put them in. So, one drill. The other drill is working around somewhere around here. There it is. I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to put these on here. And I'm going to show you guys the link of what they are. So I guess first we pull up the link. Alright guys, this is what we have. It's Aquanet or Aquaneat airline drops, and they're $14.99, so they're 15 bucks. And one pack comes with 20 pieces. Sorry it's not focusing the greatest, but yep. As you see, I just bought them and I purchased this twice. One for the other room and one for out here. So let me get the lighting back situated. Get better lighting. guess since I got the light over there, let's put the camera over here. That way you guys aren't blinded by the light. And let's see here, I like how I did the other room. Let me see where I drilled that for the other ones. About 3 fingers. Get about 3 fingers. So let's see. Do about the same out here, I guess. Just take your time. So. One. 2. Down here to the next spot. Down here. Down here. You want to try to make sure you don't get no little shards inside. So it could potentially down the road plug up something, or you know, I don't want that. And then we'll go through, and I think we're going to drill them all first, you guys. And then after we're done drilling, we'll go through and we'll put all the pieces in. That way we got a little system going. So I'm only going to do 1 airline drop for the 10-gallon tank because that's all we need. I guess I could put 2 in up there. I don't really see the point, but I think I'm just gonna put it on the right side over here. And down the road, if we ever need more, I have plenty of those airline drops, so this row's going to be a little easier to do. Only got to do 1 hole per. We're all so close to being able to put some tanks on this wall. It's ridiculous. Starting to get super excited. Three more holes, guys. Last 2. Then we can put our pieces in, and we're so close to putting tanks up. last hole. Alright. Pretty sure we've kept all our shavings inside there just fine. So now our next move is going to be taking all the fittings. Thanks, Drink Prime. Appreciate you as always. You're awesome. Get you guys back up high here. And let me get you guys a little bit zoomed in so you can see what's going on. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our drill. I'm going to put all the fittings in my back pocket. So here's our drill. Let's get our fittings. What do we need here? We need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, Here's our 15 fittings here. And then here's the trick, guys. You're going to take a valve and you're going to open them, and then you're going to put it in your drill. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see. You're going to put it in the drill, and you're going to tighten it down on it. Make sure it sits flush, and then you're going to slowly put it on there. Apply a little bit of pressure. That's how you get it on there. And go through one at a time. And that's the easiest way to put these in there. That's at least the best method that I have found or figured out so far. And boom. And there we have it. We have 2 airline drops in so far. Let's do, I guess we can do all the tops first. For our airline drops. Get you guys a little closer so you can see a little better on this one. I put my fat head in the way. Over to the next side here. Hopefully you guys liking the step-by-step how-to on a nice tank wall build. If you guys haven't already, those of you that are in here, please slam that subscribe and like buttons. And I do my best to try to get you guys the best content that I can. One more on the top, and the next row is easy because I don't have to stand on the damn ladder. This one might be faulty here. There it goes. It seemed a little stuck at first. No need to rush this process. If you go too fast, you can accidentally put a drop in and torque it out and strip out the threads that you're creating, because all we did was drill. We're using the piece itself as our tap. So there we go. And to the next shelf here. Drop you guys down now. Chuck it in the drill. Don't be super tight. I said patience is key with this. I'm going to be really light on the drill. airdrop lines are almost complete, guys. We are super close. We are rocking and rolling here. This is, if you guys want this kind of setup, I mean, this is what goes into it. I mean, if you want simplicity, ease, organization, and just overall just nice, I mean, this is what you kind of have to go through. I mean, you could pay somebody to do this. I wouldn't mind being paid to do this. I'd love to be paid to do this stuff on a daily basis. I'm pretty good at it. Getting better and better as I build more and more, of course. I think it does help to kind of have passion. I do love breeding my bristlenose plecos, so that's what all this is for, is bristlenoses. I do love my African cichlids as well, don't get me wrong. Last 4, guys. And we can mount this tank stand to the wall. That's our final step, is to mount this to the wall so it can't fall over. Do have a baby, and on top of having a baby, I just don't want this to fall over and, you know, lose whatever is inside of it. Really do like this setup though. That's why I'm mimicking what I've already done, is because it works. I don't have no airlines pop off, none of that bullshit. That gets ratherly annoying over time when you have airlines popping off on you and shit. This kind of eliminates a lot of that and more. Alright guys, our last 2. Those of you that have been here watching the whole time, I greatly appreciate it. We're almost at 2,000 watch hours out of the 3K. Thanks to you guys and all your support. And people like Prime that come in. Try to boost the channel for me. You guys are some of my biggest supporters, and I greatly appreciate it and thank you. Appreciate everybody that's donated to help get supplies and stuff for the fishes, of course. Here we have it, all our airline drops are in. So our next step is to plumb up the, I kind of want to vacuum, but I know I'm going to make another little mess, so I do want to vacuum so shit don't get trapped under there. So let me run the vacuum again. Sorry guys, just want to keep it clean. really easy that job here. Not too much filth. Oh, I'm gonna make another mess, so I'm gonna drill the holes for the anchors to go into the wall. Now for the anchors. Let me get all these lag bolts together, you guys. There's two of them right here. Possibly all we need is two, so bottom don't really need to be done. See how level we are. pretty level, especially over here. When you come out a little bit, might like pinch a piece of drywall up there. I got a piece of drywall I can pinch up in there. Bring it out just a little bit more. That corner. Will do. So right down here, spot on, spot on. Let's go back quite a bit. We'll adjust it with the lag bolt. So let's put one bolt up here first. And I already know where a stud's at because I've already done this, so let me get the drill bit. I think this is the one, I'm not sure. I think this one's too damn big. Way too big. Where is the drill bit at, guys? Bear with me here. So I just had it. There we are. Maybe it's this one here. Yep. So let's drill our first hole, make a little more mess here. Probably catch the shavings so we don't have a super mess in this tray right here. Bad idea to So now we're anchoring to the wall. Alright. Oh, got all our shavings. Nice. Less mess. Now, label. Now that can't move off the wall. That was the whole point and goal, is so we cannot have any failures. And let's check our levelness. It's straight over here. I think that 2x6 was bowed. I think we need to come out just a little bit more. It'll be alright. It's close enough to being level. Let's put our one more lag bolt up over here where the other spot was. You guys can kind of see the hole that was right there in the wall from the old tank wall. And I need a longer lag bolt for this side. Way long. These are actually way too long, I think. Shit. Well, there's a gap there, so let's see how much is left. I'm gonna have to swap out these ones over here. I don't think that this one's long enough to reach. It's not. So, we're just going to full send it in. I had a shorter one around. Wish I had a shorter one. And I guess that short one might work. We'll find out. Let's start by drilling our hole. We'll see where we're at with it. Wall does need to go in quite a bit over here on this side for some reason. I built the wall that's back there, and this place wasn't completely level, so I mean, it's kind of chain of events here. It's transpired. See if we can get this sucker to bite at all. A little bit. Pretty level at that point. We're up against the wall. It's about as level as we're gonna get, guys. As level as we are going to get. Guess what? We can put tanks on the wall. We've hit that point. Oh, I did forget to do one thing before I did that. Son of a beach. Oh my lord. It's not a big deal. I just gotta take 2 bolts out. I forgot to plumb the damn air lines. I sure did. So here's what. Well, do need to make a trip to the hardware store, I guess. So I think I'll get that underway first. This is driving me nuts. This one's like freaking bent down. Here's what it is though. I can see it. That one's bent up. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Damn. Can't believe I forgot about that. Dum dum dum. You big dummy. Alright, so I guess that's that. So I will be back. I'm going to run to the hardware store and grab 1/2 inch by 3/8 barbs that are 90 degree. Put those on, and then we can run our airline tubing, put the pump up there, and put some tanks on this wall, because I do have the 10 gallons ready that go up there and more. So let's see how much tubing we're going to need. Kind of curious about that. Nice, we only need 5 feet of tubing. Really awesome. We're going to need more than that. Damn. We are going to need the whole 10 feet times 2. And I guess I'm going to make the trip to the hardware store one last time. One last trip. The other thing I just realized I did too is I trapped a cord. So that definitely needs to come back out of there. Alright guys, let me run to the hardware store and then I'll come back and we can start putting some tanks on this wall, start adding water, start adding bubblers, and start to get this thing rolling out and ready for some fish to go in. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in about half an hour.